welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabrielle. Hello, hi. So today I am bringing you a foundation review, and it's the amazing Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's that incredible. I thought I'm gonna have to make a video on it because this foundation has absolutely changed my life. So if you want to know more about the price, choosing your color, application, to how long the foundation actually lasts on your face, keep watching. Okay, so up first, of course, we need to talk about price. How many pennies is this foundation going to cost me? Now, this foundation is in fact priced at £29, which is okay. You know, we can go to the high street and get a £5-6 foundation, but we can also go to the designers and spend £50 plus. So in my opinion, this is actually okay. I do have a top tip for you guys. If you are looking to get this foundation, then do look on Too Faced website directly, because they did in fact offer me 20% off for signing up to their subscription list before I purchased, and I was really happy with that. So I ended up spending like 24-25 quid on this, and I was over the moon. I was like, absolutely, as soon as I saw that, I was like, get in my basket, let's go. So that is a little top tip for you. And then also look on their social media, give it a Google. You know, I'm sure there's student discount codes, all of that jazz, because it's definitely worth doing a little research just to save yourself a couple of pennies. Secondly, I need to help you decide what shade to pick. So when it actually came to me choosing my shade, we were in a lockdown. I was in a big predicament because I couldn't go into the store and, you know, try out, test out, try all the colours on and see what shade was for me. And even if I could, because of COVID, you actually can't use the testers, which is very annoying. They've all gone away. You can't test makeup anymore. And I believe you do have to have one of the assistants on the counter to help you. They have all the testers behind, and they use a cotton bud, and then they put it on your skin and then throw it away after. You know, just so we're not contaminating people, we're not spreading the virus, which is a bit annoying because sometimes you do just want to browse yourself, don't you? Just want to get into the makeup and not have someone like riveting, you know, trying to sell you something. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna have to do some research online here. So of course I went to trusty YouTube. I typed in Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation, and then the possible shades that I thought would match my skin tone. Now, annoyingly, I only had about 6 or 7 videos to work with, which isn't good, and which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video today. So girls with a similar skin tone to me can decide what shade they are. So I did in fact opt for the shade called Chai, and I'm sorry, but perfect match or what? I was bloody over the moon, I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's just such a risk when you order online. Obviously, once you've opened a foundation, you've tested it, you know, it gets all messy, all of that. You can't send it back. So I was thinking, am I just throwing money down the drain here? Should I just wait until the shops were back open? But no, I was obsessed. It was in my brain. I needed this foundation in my life. And so I was really over the moon when it all worked out. So as I said, I am the shade Chai. Now, I had about 4 colours that I could have potentially ordered, but I knew I wanted gold undertones. So fantastically, Chai is described as, let's see, Chai is described as deep with golden undertones. That is the kind of foundation I want in my life. It worked out perfectly. It's a match made in heaven. So the shade beneath that is called Mocha, and that is described as a rich tan with rosy undertones. And I was thinking, okay, no, I don't want to be rosy undertoned. I know some people do prefer their makeup to have red undertones, but that's just not me. As I was saying before, I want to be, you know, I want to be a Caribbean princess. I want to have gold shimmers. I want to be looking gorgeous and sun-kissed. So no, rosy undertones, scrap. So that's when I moved up to Chai. However, above Chai, there is also the colour called Hazelnut, which is deepest, okay, with rosy undertones. So I thought, what if I am one shade darker than Chai? What do I do then? And then there's also a shade above, which is called Mahogany, very deep, but with golden undertones. So how was I supposed to know? So if you're not able to pop down to the shops and try out this foundation in person, then definitely make use of YouTubers. You know, there are thousands of YouTubers, and brilliantly, Too Faced do actually have over 30 shades. So there'll definitely be some YouTubers that have tried out this particular foundation in your possible shades. Research around 4 shades that you think you'll be, just to get a true insight into what the foundation actually looks like when the color comes out onto the skin. So that is my top tip in choosing your foundation color. Okay, so application stage of the foundation. I have already done all of my skincare and the brows, so we can just focus on the base of the face. Lovely little rhyme, love that. So to apply the foundation, I'm going to be using a beauty blender. I've already washed this and I have already given it a little dampen because it goes on so much more nicely when it's a little bit wet. So I simply just pop the product onto my beauty blender. Don't start off with too much product because personally I like to build it up. So then I simply start in the center of my face. So what I tend to do is just put it around my nose area. I'm just going to get a mirror so I can see a little bit better. So I simply put it in the center of my face and work outwards because I've got really bad dark circles and under eyes, and so I want a lot of the focus to be under my eyes rather than the forehead. In my opinion, you don't need that much product in the forehead area because that is when you're going to start seeing the lines and creases that we get from everyday living. You know, we like to crack a joke, we smile, we laugh, and as a result of that, our skin does unfortunately crease. So I just bring the product out from my nose towards the side of my face. Now, the brilliant thing about this particular foundation is that you really do not need much product at all. A small pump goes a long way, and that is what we need when we're investing in makeup. So I just make sure it's all evenly applied, bring it out, and just keep repeating until I'm happy with the amount of coverage that I have. So you can already see here, you can see the comparison between this half of my face and my forehead. It just gives you a lovely little glow, which is absolutely fantastic. So I feel that I need to top up my beauty blender now. So I'm on my second pump now. And as you can see, I really don't do much. I just do a tiny little bit of product and I build it up. So once again, start on the center of my face and I bring it out. Now this is actually the first time I've ever bought a matte foundation. I'm usually a radiant type of girl. However, this matte foundation has absolutely changed my life and I feel like I'm not going to go back. I am never going to go back to radiant because I have quite dry skin. I have combination skin, to be honest, because sometimes I do get really oily around the T-zone area, which is quite typical really. I guess most people do get oily in that area, but then I just get severely dry parts. That's why I say I've got dry skin, because around my mouth area, really dry, my nose really dry. I used to suffer from eczema and have to have steroid creams, but luckily I grew out of it. However, because of those oily areas, it's important for me not to look like a grease ball. I'm not going to be rocking up to parties, clubs, looking like a grease ball. So this foundation is like magic for me and my skin. Make sure to go in the ears, blend it all out, in the neck. We don't want any severe lines, looking like an Oompa Loompa. The funniest thing happened the other day actually. I got my brother AirPods for Christmas and I was like, oh, let me try them. So he like gave me the pods to put them in my ears and I gave them back and they had like all makeup on them. And he was like, ugh, why do you put makeup in your ear? And I was like, I don't actually put it in the, you know, the whole of my ear. I just blend it out and it does get everywhere, makeup. So that was quite amusing. He was very confused. Luckily it wiped off fine. So top tip, you're gonna get AirPods, you're gonna get makeup on them. So you can already see the stark contrast. Oh, hair looking a little wild. You can already see the stark contrast. I just love it. It just gives you such a nice finish. And how many layers was that? Including the forehead, I would say that is 3 thin layers. You don't need much with this product whatsoever. The tip with foundation and the base of your makeup in general is to not rush it. Just keep blending. Like when you think you're done, keep going. Because I'm really happy with this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep on blending. I'm just gonna keep on blending with my beauty blender to guarantee I'm looking like a smooth seal. And go back in. Can you see here? I've got lines on my forehead. Maybe it won't pick up on camera, maybe it will, I'm not sure. But I can see in this mirror, I have got lines already from this product, which I don't want. So I'm just gonna focus on the forehead, focus on the forehead. Okay, let's see how that looks. I absolutely adore this foundation. How beautiful. It's just the colour that it gives you. It just makes me look like I am on a beach in the Caribbean sipping on rum. Oh yeah, so because I want this video to be purely focused on the foundation itself, I'm not going to go crazy with the rest of my makeup. I am in fact going to apply a little bit of concealer just to brighten those under eyes. As I said before, I do suffer with dark bags, not even bags really, just dark circles. Today the bags aren't bad, it's the circles, but that is just my complexion. The darker skin tone you have, the more dark marks you're going to be susceptible to. So this concealer is a Maybelline one and the shade is number 40. So don't be alarmed. The first time I put this on, I was a bit scared, I'm not gonna lie, because of how bright it is. Oh, I could look like a clown, but you wait until it's blended. It looks absolutely lovely. Now, a new trick I learned recently with concealer is not to bring it really far down to the cheek, okay? Because that is where the focus of the concealer is going to be. No, we don't want to do that effectively. You're going to be dragging your eye down and we want to be lifting up like we've had a facelift. Then another tip to really truly lift your face is to do a little line here, and when you're then blending, you're naturally going to be lifting your makeup because you need to blend this line here. So instead of going really, really far down and blending all the way down here, you're going to be, and you can see the effect there. So as you can see, I am still blending out my concealer because I don't want any funny looks. I do actually have to go to the shops after this and pick up some knickknacks for my brother. It's his birthday on Tuesday, so I need to get him some little bits to open because I'm still waiting for his main present to be delivered. So obviously he's got to open some stuff on his birthday, so I do need to pop to the shop. So this will be a good test because I'm going to be wearing a mask, I'm going to be busy moving out and about, and we will see how well this foundation lasts. One amazing thing about this actually is that there's no transfer, which to be honest has saved my life because I used to get it all over my boyfriend's clothes, my own clothes, handbags, and the most random places I'd find makeup, and sometimes it stains, and that is just not on when you've paid a lot of money for a nice outfit and you go and get makeup on it. It's just like, oh, why? But this incredible product, Too Faced 24-hour long-wear foundation, it doesn't transfer, and in a year where there's masks, it's just fantastic, isn't it? It's just absolutely fantastic. So mascara is done. Now I'm just gonna go and potter around. As I said, I need to pop to the shops to get my brother some birthday bits, and so I will check in a few hours later so you can see what my makeup is looking like. So okay, so it is in fact a few hours later. It's actually 3:30, and I thought, right, before it gets completely pitch black, UK weather, what can I say? Let me do a little bit of a foundation check-in. So as you can see, it's very much all still present and here. I'm really impressed with this. There's no patchiness, you know, nothing smudged off. I am a little bit shiny in the cheek area and the T-zone there, but whether that is just my concealer or my natural oils, I actually don't mind because it just makes me look a little more human, and you know, I have a little life in me, so that's fine. The good thing about this is that it is matte drying, okay? So I don't need to be worrying that I'm going to be looking like a bowling ball at the end of the day because it's matte, okay? You know, there's going to be not too much shininess. So a few hours later and I'm very happy with this. Hello, okay, so I've just come to the bathroom to take my makeup off and I thought, let me do one final foundation check-in with you guys. As you can see, it's definitely still very much full coverage. Absolutely adore this. None of the dark marks and circles are there whatsoever. I am slightly oily in the T-zone, as I said before, but I have been running around the shops and wearing a mask and everything like that, so that could be sweat, who knows at this stage, but to be honest with you, I am just so happy. Hours later, and look at that coverage. You saw my skin before and I do have dark circles and it's just, they've completely evaporated. So I absolutely adore this foundation. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't tried this foundation, of course, I will leave it linked down below. And if you have, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments section. As always, if you want similar videos to this, please do make sure that you like, comment and subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!